We're going to begin tonight with breaking news out of Slinger in Washington County. This is video from a neighborhood near this intense fire.
And that fire is still burning at this hour, and we have complete team coverage for you tonight. Our Christina Van Zelst and Sam Kramer live near the scene. Let's get it right out to Sam. Sam, what else have you learned at this time?
Well, hi there, Mary. This fire continues to burn and burn really intensely hot when what we believe are piles of mulch or wood chips. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see, it's 10 o'clock and it's still burning very hot. So clearly it's just an immense fuel source for those flames to rip right through. In chatting with folks that live here in this neighborhood a little bit south of where this is burning at a wood products company here in Slinger, we know that these flames actually began around 7:30, maybe a little bit before. Nobody heard an intense pop or explosion. So we don't really know what the ignition source is, but we do know it has burned through a lot of material ever since then. Fire departments have come really from all over. The mutual aid box alarm system was called to bring in tenders. They're bringing in water. So you have to question what the water access is here. The good news is you can still kind of see tonight the plume of smoke tends to be going straight up. That means wind isn't so strong a factor here, and that's a good thing, because if it was, there's a conservancy surrounding this property, and that's really kind of a barrier between that and a neighborhood. And if it were to get into those trees, you would have a lot of problems. Here's some reaction from one of the homeowners we met tonight.
What we think is mulch, because we see it every day, it's like big mountains of mulch, and it just got worse and worse, and then all of a sudden flames started coming up and more. So she called 911, but they had already gotten people from probably the highway or whatever to let them know that this isn't normal.
Not normal at all. And again, still burning really hot here tonight. We can't feel the heat from here. We're about a quarter mile away, but still a strong plume of smoke. We can hear the sirens in the background. There are drones being flown, helicopters overhead, a really active scene. We're live tonight in Slinger. Sam Kramer, Fox 6 News.
All right, Sam, thank you. Christina Van Zelst also on the scene tonight. She joins us not far from Sam, and you have a neighbor who lives nearby, and you're going to talk to them now. Tell us what they know.
Ted, we're speaking with Brian, who lives just close to where Sam was live. And Brian, you actually know some people who are fighting this fire. You've been out here for hours watching it. What is your neighbor, who is a firefighter, telling you about what's going on?
Well, we actually heard from his wife, and she said that there's no fire hydrants in the area, so they might be using the pond or other things to get water out there. But we saw them just bring the firefighters water, and they're trying to get some relief.
And speaking of that pond, where we're standing, it's in between where we are and where the fire is happening?
Yes, it is.
What is it like having this happen so close to your home and watching? You told me that the flames, this is calm compared to what you saw before.
Yeah, it started about 7 o'clock, and we could see a reflection from windows off the back of the condos where flames were just pouring out. And shortly after that, flames got above the tree lines. Smoke started changing from gray to black to purple, and it's been burning ever since. What
was going through your mind? Did you ever think that you might have to leave your home?
Well, we've been asking that question. There's a couple of houses that are closer than we are. I don't think that we'll end up having to leave. There's a little bit of a distance, and they've been saying that we haven't so far.
Yeah, I was talking to a firefighter down the way. He said they would have evacuated a lot earlier, so that is good news for the people living here. What's been the hardest part of watching this all? I know a lot of people are out here parking along the highway, just watching as the flames are still going pretty strong.
The hardest part's been the traffic coming through a quiet neighborhood, hundreds of cars coming off of 175 just to gawk at it. And so the firefighter actually at one point had our daughter move her car in front of it so that way cars wouldn't continue to come down, because they're only getting turned back around anyway, so they don't want them down there.
What do you know about what this facility is?
From what we've heard, it's a pallet storage facility or warehouse that's got sawdust and a bunch of pallets that are in it. Our neighbor said that it's not the first time that they've had a fire there, but obviously we've never seen nothing like this in the 3 years we've lived here.
Well, Brian, thanks so much for sharing what you know, and to your neighbor for working on this fire. Of course, guys, we'll keep you posted too as they continue to work on it. Obviously, it looks like it might be a long night out here in Slinger. Ted, we'll send it back to you.
Christina and Sam reporting live. Stand by, because we may be coming back to you at a moment's notice. Thank you both.